What's going on, everyone? So I just saw this and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I think I've seen somebody talk about it before, but I literally have not even looked at this at all. It was never on my feed either. My algorithm's a little bit different. So yeah, apparently Microsoft is kind of doing the same thing with Meta as they did with Asus, where they're kind of trying to get into the PC market more with the Xbox brand. And it says right here, Insider Gaming has independently verified that the Xbox Quest 3S has already been sent to some retailers. Interesting, huh? So Microsoft is getting into this market now. I think the industry just wants as many people to try as many dice rolls as they can when it comes to VR because it is a very tough market. Sony has tried for 2 generations now. Valve has done what they did. I even like launched Half-Life Alex or whatever the hell it was called. I don't remember the name, but yeah, they launched that. But one thing that I thought when they launched it, I'm like, why did you not make a console version and a PC version to where people could just play the game? That game would have sold millions. Still to this day, I am baffled by why they would not do that and only have it in a niche market that is not guaranteed to be successful for your next Half-Life development. But but getting back to this though, I mean, it just depends on what Microsoft is going to add to this world. Because I had ideas when I first thought about it, but then when I realized that this was the just the meta that's been going on, because this guy made it clear. Where's he at? Read some comment. He says this is literally just a Black Quest 3S with Xbox branding. Don't get me wrong, a Black Quest headset is cool as F, but it's nothing new or exciting from any other perspective. It's purely marketing. The way some people are talking about this is crazy. I have no idea. I've only seen a few posts about it. I've seen somebody arguing with somebody over it, and I'm like, I don't know what they're arguing about. Maybe if you're an Xbox fan, this would tip you over. Only the most diehard Xbox fans. I see. But I'm still going to look into it. You guys know how I am. I like to cover a lot of stuff. So apparently, this is what I found too. Meta to announce an Xbox Quest 3S next week, it's claimed. So it looks like there's a lot of posts going on about it. And then that's where I ran into this, where we get insight today, where they said they're being sent to the retailer. So we're going to read both of these, but I'm just telling you, this is what I've already gathered within an hour. Yeah, I'm very good when it comes to researching. I love doing that. First image of the Xbox Quest 3 leaks online. I have to say that does look pretty cool. Y'all know me, I'm not a hater. So honestly, I'm not into VR. I find it annoying. I would like it to where it's like a little simple, like glasses you put on or some sunglasses, and it's more simplified and advanced in the future. But I don't see a problem with Microsoft stepping in. They have the money to. Why not? They do AI advancement and all that other stuff. I would only criticize them if they stepped in and didn't add to it, like help advance that industry. Because it's a tough industry. Sony's tried, I don't know, man, and I've never got the PlayStation VR. Nintendo did some, I should say light aspect, but I've ignored that too because, like I said, I don't like it. But I've tried it a few times, and let me tell you what I want from it. So I can imagine a future, because eventually it will be something in the future. It's just a future, but it's too early. That if I could put on something like Xbox Quest, or you know what I mean, or whatever it would be called in the future if they keep going with it, which they're going to have to. Because remember, they used to have HoloLens. I would want to pull up something like, I want to go to Japan in here and see Japanese people, and when I speak, they can understand me easily. And when they speak, I can understand them easily. And I'm able to meet people like that, and it's cool. People mature about, things. Pretty sure they'll make sure of that. And to the degree that they will, because you just know how people are. So yeah, when designing this, yeah, you do have to, I guess, be very careful when speaking in the future wise, not right now. How are you going to do stuff like that? But that's the type of VR that I'm interested in, that I think will be cool. And also, if they can take that and combine it with current first-party developers right now in the future, and it's actually big, and then everybody's into it, and it's actually not annoying to have all that, and it's more simplified. I don't know. We'll see. So that's kind of like my take. I think that would be a cool idea if they could have something like that with auto translation. You know what I mean? Active, something you choose with that. So an image of the Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition has surfaced online. Ponies, sit down. Seemingly confirmed today's rumor that a new announcement of the device will come next week. Interesting. And it says, update. Insight Gaming has independently verified that the Xbox Quest 3S has already been sent to some retailers. Yeah, so Microsoft has been very busy with partnerships lately in the PC world. The Xbox PCs is seeming to be a very um, plausible thing because they're really just trying to partner the Xbox brand with PC. That's what I see, massive partnership. Okay, that's fine. Xbox has been on a massive multi-platform push, recently announcing its Asus ROG partnered handheld console and confirming a partnership with AMD for their next gen console. Now, their VR device in collaboration with Meta has leaked online. MetaQuest 3S Xbox Edition packaging leaks online. An image posted by Zuby. Oh, by the way, y'all, because let's see if things have gotten better. No, I don't think they've gotten better. He's still butthurt. He hasn't took it out from Sony. So, um, yeah, he's mad that like I said, some fanboys just get too butthurt. This doesn't surprise me. But yeah, okay. So from Zuby Tech on X, by the way, that guy's a complete Sony fanboy, and there's nothing wrong with being a fanboy, but he's the type of fanboy that will go attack official source for telling you the truth, like Matt Piscatella that just reports numbers and results, and put that's we'll attack them for doing that because PlayStation is not looking positive. Yeah, he's like that. Might as well. Yeah, I mean it's a code at that point. The box features Meta 3S Xbox Edition written on the front with logos on both companies on the bottom right corner, right there. So it's a MetaQuest, it's a PC device with now Xbox collaboration having their aspect, just like the Asus. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. So now what we're going to see, though, is what are they going to do with this theme? Are they going to help push the marketing more? Are they going to have some Xbox games be in there? I would think they'll probably have something like that going, right? And Microsoft is trying to get into everything. You see it, the handheld, the VR, the PC market, the hybrid aspect. They're just trying to do everything they possibly can. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when it comes to MetaQuest, I've never owned one. I don't know what it's like. I never looked into it. I have no interest in it. Microsoft doing it is not going to change that for me. Because, like I said, I was not even interested in what Sony did with that either. I just don't care about it. Like I said, it's still a niche market, but it needs to grow. I don't care if Nintendo does VR either. None of that will change. I'm not into something. I'm not into something. I know some people have delusional mindsets, so I have to clarify that. No brand's going to change that. Now, going over here, let's see some of these comments. Can't wait for bots to say VR gaming is good now. Oh, ooh. Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. It's not that VR gaming is necessarily bad. It's just that it just doesn't have a primary focus, and it's not taking off. I don't think that some of those people that tried it even have done a bad job. It just doesn't work. It's way too early. This guy's probably a pony. Oops. Wait, hold on, that's Clue. So Beat Saber, the most popular VR game, drops support for PlayStation VR2, and the Xbox drops a new VR headset with Meta a couple days later. I don't know, seems sus to me. Like I said, Sony couldn't get it, and remember, Sony sells very well, right? Their hardware is always moving. Why couldn't VR take off? Because Sony moves manufacturing hardware, right? Because like I tell you, it's not just that all the time. You have to like build into that. The brand is strong because they built that for a long time. Same thing with Nintendo and all of them. You build that brand and the mascots and work for a very long time to where it's so strong, people know that you've done so much for them, they will always support you. You know what I mean? You could do one good thing for somebody in their life and they can remember that the rest of their life. It just depends. You just never know how certain people are affected subjectively. So, I take that in consideration for certain other labels for people too. I'm like, yeah, I understand. As long as it's just not being toxic and annoying, then yeah, I'm fine. This guy says VR's trash, FVR fans. Now, this guy's a moron because you can't just say FVR fans. They didn't do anything to this guy. And you can't just say VR is trash. This is what I like to call an elementary mindset. Or somebody that may be in their 30s or 40s that's still stuck in high school. maybe 14 years old, zip locked, and can never advance past that. Because you're not going to get a professional analysis from that type of mindset. No name. VR is trash. F VR fans. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Show dumbass up. They can honestly f off just branding existing products with their with their shitty logo. Meanwhile, Sony have dedicated PlayStation VR and a handheld. Sleepy, sleepy Microsoft. I figured that I would see some of this on the comment threads. That's funny. They are just slapping Xbox branding on everything now, huh? The takeover. This move makes the least sense to me unless they're pushing for Steam VR. You know what? That's a good idea. What if they do team up with Valve or something? Because they've already done that before. I don't know. You never know. Let's see how their plan plays out before I start criticizing. I will only criticize when I feel like that it's just not working and you're wasting time and you know what I mean. You're just being dumb and making things worse. But first, we have to see what happens when this gets out. What do they plan to do with it? Like I said, what do you plan to add in? I need to see more things first. I don't jump the gun like that on things unless I realize it's just pointless. But for Microsoft, they have so much money, it doesn't really matter. So they can get into all these markets and realize that they're not going to fail and go bankrupt. Um, because that's the Microsoft Corporation doing this now. You see what I mean? It's not the Xbox anymore. There's no such thing anymore. It's Microsoft Corporation using now the Xbox logo the way they want to use it. Not Phil Spencer and them underneath the Xbox, gaming brand running it like that. You know, no. People have to really realize that that's not the way things are operating now. So all this stuff you're seeing is different than what you would expect. And yeah, you're like, man, they would never do stuff like this. Yeah, of course, because it's not the same people. It's Microsoft Corporation. So you have to understand that. But for people who are mainly in the Xbox world, they were always just looking at what the Xbox and Phil Spencer and all those people were doing back then with Larry Herd, Major Nelson, you know what I mean? But they were never looking at the Microsoft Corporation. Now you have to understand that that's what's actually operating. And you know me, I hate corporations, so that's why I am the way I am sometimes. So Xbox just throwing their name in front of the other products. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are saying that they're just doing a lot of collaborations. As I've said, I'm not going to sit here and bash. The people are saying what they're saying. Um, Now, other than that, what do you guys think about this? See what the comments down there say. It's marketing, but it works. That's exactly what it is. The fans now tell me Xbox now has VR support just now because of this product. At least they're talking about VR rather than slagging it off as a PlayStation thing. Yeah, but what they're saying is false and ultimately will leave a bad impression on anyone who falls for it. What it was about, VR doesn't need much to gain popularity. A well-known brand is enough. I wouldn't be surprised if this headset sells well enough among people outside of VR because it will be associated with Meta and more with Xbox. But a well-known brand isn't enough. Xbox isn't the powerhouse it once was. Well, see, the thing with this is that, like I said, Sony's brand will sell way more. It's just the way that the market works, and they couldn't get it to do it. Valve even put their own Half-Life next gen game there, and these are people that have been doing it for a while. So I understand what he's saying, and I'm saying that Microsoft is not coming in necessarily probably the way that people think, just like they're not coming into the handheld market the way that people think. So. I have to see their vision for this, why they want to put their logo and collaborate with a product that somebody else already made. It's already there, just like the Asus, you know what I mean? It's not like they developed anything. It's just the Xbox aspect going in there. I just don't want to see no idiot say this is an Xbox or I'll slap the hell out of him. Um, but yeah, if they're going to help advance it, fund it, and make the VR industry better, then that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we need to see what that means. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. This is not something that, I would say I would be excited for, but I feel like it's something that needs to be covered. So yeah, there we have it. All right, y'all. Peace. Ponies.